All right, today I've got a little bit of a side quest. One thing I've got to get done before we hit the road. We got to get this grumpy old man running so we can get him out of this shed that he's in and get him moved into his new temporary home. See if he's gonna run. It's been parked for about a year. We drove it last June. So on a fun little day trip adventure with my folks and my grandparents. And he hasn't been driven since. So, you know, you can definitely tell. Oh man, I love this truck. Hopefully it doesn't take too much. But if I'm a betting man, I'd say that Amazon igniter I've got in there is gonna be my problem, because that's what was my issue last time. Don't know why it took it a while before it started cranking up enough juice to get spark. So we'll see. We'll see if it gives me grief today. I am gonna push it forward a little bit so I can get it closer to the cruiser, have a little bit more room around it to work on it, and see if we can get them to bust off. That'll do. I watch a lot of these Will It Run videos, and I never really appreciate how much work goes into setting up this stupid camera so that you can see what's going on. How's that? Yeah, that'll do. No signs of nests. That's a good sign. Battery looks not awesome. Not a great sign. But that battery, when I got George back in 2019, I was using the battery out of my parents' bus, and my dad's like, hey, I need that back. So I was like, it was on a weird day. I was waiting for, like, you know, payday, if you will. And so I just needed a battery. So I grabbed one from the recycle bin at the dealership, at the Toyota dealership, and threw it in there, and it's worked this whole time. But I know I'm gonna have to jump start it, but hopefully, I mean, it hasn't been on a trickle charger. I haven't given it any chances to live again, so we'll see. But I think that's the least of my concerns. I think that suspect, that igniter is gonna be suspect. I got this thing off of Amazon for like 40 bucks. So I had to like modify the connectors on it because it's made for a 22RE, which this is a 22R because she's got the carburation action. Oh yeah, and I've got the fan clutch is bad. So once I get it running, if I get it running, I've got to replace that. I've got a new ASIN one to put in there, so we'll see. But that's counting our chickens before this 22R hatches. So George, I'm sorry it's been so long, man. Oh, you've been really good to me, and I've neglected you quite a bit these last few years. So, we apologize about that. It's not personal, you know? It's really not. I just didn't have room for you. We had 5 cars at one point, man. Alright, let's take a look at the lubrication situation. We're gonna use some Raising Cane's napkins. And that is clean. It smells like oil. Don't smell, well, I can smell a little bit of gas on it, which is carbureted. Man, I cannot see that. There we go. clean. If I was old Derek at Vice Grip Garage, I'd be licking this, but I ain't. Yeah, I can smell gas on it. Yeah, she's gonna need an oil change. But it's full of oil, so we're not gonna hurt nothing. At least I think. I don't know, I'm not a doctor. All right, let's see. That was a good sound. The cooling system was under pressure. Don't see anything in there. I'm trying to think if I've got coolant. Can't remember. I need some. Also can't remember if I actually put pink in here or if it got green. Yeah, that's definitely pink. So we're gonna want to get some pink. If it'll run, probably gonna want to top off the coolant. So I don't know. I have starting fluid. I say we just crank on it a little bit, see what she'll do. This truck has definitely surprised me before, but it has also disappointed me before. So that's just how it goes with these old Toyotas. Famous for reliability. Alright, let's put the nut on there so I don't lose it. It smells like bad gas. Man, the guy who owns this thing got a bone to pick with him. Not taking care of his stuff. A couple years ago, Buddy and I bought one of these trucks just for parts. Didn't have a motor. And he still had it. He was the original owner. And I don't know if you can see that. GoPro's not really focused good on close-up stuff. But he was the original owner, and he had the original keys. So part of the stuff that I yoinked from it, for sure, all of the keys and like lock cylinders and stuff. So, oh man, I miss that smell. At least it doesn't smell like rodents. Okay, got some beeps. That's a good sound. Let's bust it off. Okay, so I wasn't expecting much. I am happy to see there's not a lot of gas in it, so I can put some fresher gas in it. I wasn't expecting much. All right, let's spray some starter fluid down the old gullet and see if we can't get some pops. If we get some pops, then we know our spark's good. And then maybe we've just got, it's a mechanical fuel pump, so maybe it's got to pull all that bad gas back up here to get it to pour into the carburetor. So let's get some starter fluid. Okay, starter fluid procured. So we're gonna spray that down the old gullet. Last time my dad and I were fiddling with George, I just touched all of the connections on this, my igniter, and that ended up being the problem and why it eventually busted off. So I'm just gonna do that again. I'm gonna touch everything with consent, of course, but I'm gonna just make sure that those are. Can I unplug it? Maybe not. It's okay. All right. All right, cross your fingers. timing should be good, so we shouldn't have anything, you know, below backwards. Yeah. Okay. All right, George. Let's make some magic. And we should have had a pop. And no pops. No pops. So I'm thinking no spark. Can smell the starter fluid though. Let's touch some more stuff. And so you can get these igniters, the Toyota ones. Not new, but you can get them. And they're heckin' expensive. So, I mean, so I just wasn't gonna spend a lot of money on one of these. And I read somewhere that they got it to work on a 22-hour, and it did. It worked for a while. But I just think it's poorly made. It's made in China. It's got that Chinesium. So I just don't think it's working for us. But also, my boy's just been sitting for a while. He's got a lot working against him. And that bad gas is definitely part of it. So let's spray a little bit more. See if we can get a pop. If we can get a pop, then I know we're on the right track. You stay there.
Gonna be my time to taste the fruits and let the juices drip down my chin. I proclaim this the summer of George.
I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. I am surprised. You know, the longer you're away from these, the fonder you remember them. And I forgot. This thing is like, it's awesome, but it's such a piece of crap. Like, people should not be selling these trucks for what they're selling them for. You know? Like, I bought this thing for $1,000. It's a $1,000 truck. Let's not kid ourselves. I'm amazed it's running on that gas. That gas is bad. I can smell it. I love this thing. Like, I did forget about, like, you know, the mud flaps. The swine. Spare tire, the jerry can. Just some good memories of this truck. It was good to us. I will have fun with this truck again someday. I promise. But that's a someday. Not anytime soon. Oh, it smells like bad gas. The EGR works. So much work. Forget about that. Need some timing chain guides. Needs the rear main done. It's a 41-year-old truck. Like, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. settles right down. And now you can really hear that freaking chain guide. I'll fix it someday, I promise. Now you can't see, but temp is coming up. And I need to get some coolant in this and fix that fan clutch. I mean, it's not like I can do much with it. The tags are expired, so I can't even drive it anywhere. But I am gonna pull it out, wash all this off of it, and get it ready to just sit for some more. Love that for this, but definitely getting an oil change. It's got gas in it. Can't imagine that's good for the seals. I mean, the seals are shot, who cares? Still gonna do it, so I feel better about it. These trucks are so good, man. SR5, long bed, 5-speed, air conditioning, power steering. This is the truck that your rich uncle went up to the dealership and said, I'll take all of it. You want a glass etch of fish? Yes, please. Both sides? Yes, sir. Pinstriping? I mean, it's so good. I love how redneck this truck is. Well, that was a really short will it run. I thought it would be a lot more work, but George just wants to go. Can't say I blame him. I do need to go get Lauren's keys so I can move the cruiser, because I don't want to shut him off. I can't imagine that battery's holding any charge. But I also don't want to just let him sit and run too long, because the temp is gonna get warm. It's not yet, but it will. So let's go get Lauren's keys. This unit absolutely needs its own walk around. Not a will it run though. This thing runs like a friggin' champ. 8 lug mafia. C20 action. Yeah, this thing's a good time. Alright, let's get the cruiser out of the way. George over. Don't you worry about that. Don't worry about it. It ain't mine. Don't worry about it. Alright, that should be everything. Oh, I can already feel that thing get warm. Come on. Remember this old guy? Come on, up. Come on, up here. Oh, you lazy swine. Okay, stay there. I'll be right back. Alright, let's see if he'll move. Already very warm. Oh, there's our baby. Alright, swing. Oh, it's so dirty. I can't see anything out of here. Can you see anything? Alright, let's go throw a new fan clutch in it. Oh, I shouldn't be doing this because I need to go and work on the cooling system, but just turn the AC on, see if it'll start blowing cold. Kicked on and I can hear Freon moving. Up she goes. Too warm.
What's going on in here?
Remember this turd? Alright, let me shut her down.
Really got off me.
Did you miss it? You've been thinking about him?
Do you want me to tell you the truth?
No. Alright.
I did this time, but everything's fitting better now.
Nice.
Nose is getting stuck.
Alright, I'm filled with regret for not doing the fan clutch first, because now it's very warm in there. But, oh well, is what it is. Still got to be done. Someone cut the shroud in half, so I think that makes it easier. I mean, I've got a good scar right there on my thumb from that when I did my water pump a couple years ago, which is still dry, nice, just covered in oil, you know, the usual stuff. Shout out to Poor Man's Earth Rummer, aka Tyler, for sending me the fan clutch. I won't show his address, but Tyler, thank you. Let's dive in. All right. Quality. Let's take a look at this bag roll. This old bad Larry in here. Okay. Very cutesy. Very demure. Right? Very mindful. Let's get that swapped in. Alright, let's see. This brings back memory setting tools on this. Hit the ground. In the grass. That's just as bad. Oh, there it is. Spent a lot of time under the hood of this thing. Let's see. If I can fish. Oh, you betcha. I love these wrist savers so much. They're such a good time. Forgot how dirty I get working on this truck. Even when I was daily driving it, it wasn't that clean. Let's just do that. Let's just move that out of the way. All right. Going in. You know, there was a time when I did this water pump twice. First time was a 22RE water pump. Got a little bit of a different shape to them, so it immediately started leaking coolant after I put it all together. That was super fun. And that would have been the perfect time to just put a frickin' clutch on it, because it's original. Guarantee it's original. And it came off to do the water pump. So it was a silly move. Alright. Fish that out. And let's put a nut on there so that the pulley doesn't come off. Let's sneeze. Check. Alright. Moving on. Okay. Let's do some swapperoonie. Out with the old and with the new. Okay. What a rig. Right? Freaking rig and a half. Alright, let's get this sucker back in there. Okay, let's fish this back in here. Around this Frankenstein fan shroud. Alright, let's go underneath, get the next one.
One eternity later.
Okay, wow, so that was a long, embarrassing hunt for a nut that I dropped. We're on. We are on. Okay. This fan shroud has wanted to cut me the whole time. So far, I have evaded. Okay, that is all on and tight. Now we just need some coolant. Forgot I had a bunch of spare fluids in the back. The gift of working at Toyota keeps on giving. I guess having worked at Toyota, past tense. Making a big old mess. Drink up, a little pickup. Alright, let's start this thing and see if it'll take some more coolant. Alright, jumper cable pack is on. Is it gonna start? Confidence. I'll take it. Hopefully the jump pack's got enough juice. Alright, let's try again. Maybe I had a bad connection. Got through that chain. Okay, sounds good. Sounds healthy. He lives. I wonder if I've got a thermostat that's stuck closed, because just don't think we got no bubbles. I don't think the thermostat's open, so that temperature should be open. So I know my fan clutch is bad for sure, because it had, like, this thing was hotter than heck and you could just free spin the fan, so it definitely needed a fan clutch. But I'm wondering if I've got a thermostat that's stuck closed, because I don't think it's flowing. My water pump isn't bad because that's new, it's spinning. No, my water pump isn't bad. I don't know. I need to just rip it around and see what happens. Can't see crap out the windshield. But so far so good. Running right at temp. Nothing hotter. Just messing around in a little spot where we used to ride our four-wheelers as kids. He's running just fine. Just fine. Oh man, forgot how crappy the springs are. This was a huge mistake. Oh gosh, and I can't see when I go into the sun. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Yeah. Oh yeah. George is back, baby. It's the summer of George. Well, not really. It's August, and he's just going right back into storage. But you know what I mean. Oh man, I love these old crap boxes. They're so good. So good. Attaboy, George. Moment of truth. Let's see. The AC still works. And that'll give us a chance to see if the temps rise on them. AC. That's a lot of horsepower to be pulling from a 22R to turn the air conditioning on. I mean, we're already at our limits. We've got 40 years of age, power steering, elevation. We've got a lot working against it. Feels good. Still chilling. All good signs. All good signs. Yeah. See it over there. I couldn't help myself. I had to drive it. Give him a bath. That's a tasty. Smells like hot oil. I think there's a way to make those tighter, you know, because the elastic is kind of worn out, so they just get really kind of droopy and sad. But better. Alright, let's take the back roads home. I'll try this at home, kids. I am a criminal. Was pretty decent. Not as cold as it has, so it might be down a little bit on ground, but ran without a hitch. Good old George. Thanks for watching. That was a fun little side quest of Will George run? He does. I think my other casualty from all of this, a tape player. No worky. It won't eject. So I'm guessing the heads are stuck, which sucks, but I'll just have to take it apart in the future. Well, thanks for watching. Cruise on.